Hello everyone, in the previous video we talked about how we can have a pivot table, and we go deep on the pivot table actually. And in this video we want to talk about the pivot charts. The way we can have the pivot charts is by creating a pivot table by scratch. For example, if you go into your main table and you go into the insert, you will have a pivot table as well as the pivot charts. If you press this button, it just like to creating a pivot table alongside the pivot chart. For example, if I press OK, you will have an empty pivot table and the charts alongside that. So this is not different to having a pivot chart at first and then inserting the pivot table. So it's exactly the same that you have the pivot table. For example, right now I have a pivot table and I want to have a pivot chart as well based on this pivot table. So it's just exactly like going to the analyze and insert the pivot charts. Remember that whenever you want to have a pivot chart, you need to have a pivot table related to that chart. So there is no pivot charts without any table. So if I choose one of these charts, for example, I choose the pie charts and then press OK, I have my pivot chart as well. And also in this empty pivot table, you need to actually first create your pivot table. For example, if I use my product name and my total price, I will have my pivot table as well as my pivot charts is exactly the same, have using the first pivot table and then inserting the charts. So this is two way to having the pivot charts. Also here for my pivot table, I have my pie charts and there is lots of data on this pivot pie charts. I want to make it a little more simple to the user to be able to understand this pivot chart, so I can filter the name on my pivot chart. I can filter the name in my pivot chart and select the value. I want to just show the top 10 values, actually top 5 items, and so I make a list to the 5 based on the summation of total, and this is the items. So top 5 items based on summation of total price. I press OK, and then you will see just top 5 customers here. Also, I do not want the end user see these buttons to be able to manipulate my chart, so I can hide them. I can right click on one of these and hide all field bottom on my charts. And another way, I want to add this percentage to my table as a label. So I right click on my chart and then add the label. And you can see the percentage will be appeared here. Top 5 best customers. That has your shares. So remember that the grand total is 100. And the summation of these 5 will be 100 as well. So the percentage of the total sold is not divided just based on these 5 people here. So another way to showing this, because I want to show all my customers, the pie chart is not a good example to showing all my customers. The pie chart is good for showing the top 5 best customers, but it's not a good chart for showing all the customer percentages. So one way, for example, I want to show the customer. So I want to show all customers. If I clear the filter by my pivot table, you can see the pie chart is not a good way for showing that. So I am able to go to change the chart type to the, for example, column chart. So I guess the column chart is much better way to showing the more information on the charts. So I am able to manipulate these charts. There is no need for labels because they can be visible based on these axes here. So this is how you can change the chart type. Properties of the pivot charts are exactly the same the regular charts. So you have the design, you can change type, you can select data, you can also have the different formats. For example, I want to change the color of this to this format, and you are able to do whatever you did on the regular charts in the pivot chart as well. Just remember that when you want to change a chart type and some specific charts, for example, these scatter charts cannot be used here. You need to have the regular charts for this if you want this type of the charts. So remember that. Okay, this is how we can have a pivot chart in the Excel. In the next video, I just want to talk a little bit about how we can have a dashboards by just using the pivot table and the pivot charts. So the dashboard is the really powerful tool or powerful procedure for showing the reports to our manager or by yourself or to the end user, and just by having one simple tab, worksheet tab, and also the way that we can update the data on the Excel, and automatically all my charts and my dashboard be updated is another advantage of having dashboard and pivot table and pivot charts. So in the next video, I want to talk about the dashboards. Until next video, goodbye. In order to watch more training videos, please subscribe to our YouTube channel, Diaco Ltd. And if you want to see our products, please visit our website, diaco.co.uk.